I learned that in high school. What's up? Welcome back to Say What's Sunday, everybody. My bad. I missed last week. I was taking care of something. I was taking care of myself. It's okay because we're back. We're back for another week. Say What's Sunday. Let's go ahead and get into the song. 1, 2, 3. Hey, ooh. Say what, you know that I like it. I gotta be quiet because there's people downstairs and I don't want to sing in front of them and be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get into these stories. Cardi B released an album, number one, but more importantly, she also is she's pregnant, and it's crazy because whoa, it blew my mind when I found out, because I was like, what? Cardi B is pregnant? What? Wendy Williams is disproportionate? That's news to me. That's so brazy. So yeah, my girl's pregnant, and she showed her pregnant belly on the S and the N and the L. And I'm pissed, to be honest. Congrats that you're pregnant. I'm happy that you're happy, but I feel like this is a high school pregnancy. When your friend gets pregnant, when they're 17, in high school, whatever, and you gotta fake you happy for them, but at the end of the day, they just ruined their life. It's that's how I feel. Although I'm happy for her and that she's starting a family with Offset, but I think that this could have waited. But of course, Offset, you and your little boys were just in there just wiggling, couldn't wait to get the fuck out and get on them eggs, because you be wearing all them tight ass Gucci leggings. I can see Offset's curves. You know what? I just listened to the album, and it was a good album, and I was never gonna buy a ticket to see you go on tour Bruno Mars. I was never gonna do that. I was never gonna set myself up for that, because the last thing I want to do is pay $300 for a ticket or whatever and sitting side by side with a bitch named Martha and her daughter named Catherine, and they're just screaming and they're wearing matching bow ties. That's the last fucking thing I want to do. It sounds like being inside of a McDonald's playhouse. It sounds awful. I was never gonna do that. But your album is a bop, sis. Pussy popping in the church, but you gonna be popping my dolls in the house. I don't even know how this tour is gonna work. I don't know if it started already. I don't know when it's gonna start, but I just know that how are you gonna you can't do the same things when you're pregnant that you would do when you're not pregnant, because it's you gonna lose balance. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be you shape a lowercase g now, so you can't do those things. Girl, B, you really couldn't just lean over his body and say, hey, Offset, though, get a condom, though, just put a beanie on, though, because I'm not being relatable, am I? I'm just a bitch. Yeah, I'm just a bitch. Okay, well, God, oh. All right, this is a real thing. This is a real thing I'm about to talk about. So Beyonce got bit, and people are saying that it was Sanaa Lathan, who is bald now, and suddenly I'm craving white grapes. Welch's juice. Remember you used to see the pictures of the Welch's juice, the bottles, and then they have the pictures of the grapes on the front, the white grapes on the front. I just got a craving for that. I mean, I don't blame her. Beyonce looks delicious. I would love to take a bite as well. She looks like she has good umami. Umami is a food term. Look it up in words. And the thing that really gets my goat here is that she was in a room with a bunch of rich people, and she's rich herself. So I know y'all had some tapas or some apps, hummus, I knew I had at least that. I feel there was no reason. But then I was also thinking maybe they're really good friends or something. And best friends, how I've never had a best friend, but I've witnessed best friend culture before. And best friends just do really weird shit together. Is that a thing? Maybe, I don't know. Tiffany Haddish offered to fight her or whoever if it wasn't Sanaa Lathan, because allegedly it was Sanaa Lathan, but if it wasn't her, then Tiffany Haddish, offered to fight whoever the culprit was. But yeah, I don't really know if this is still a mystery, but everybody's pretty much confirmed that it was Sanaa. Do you remember the days where we would literally never even hear, the days before Beyonce's Instagram? We never heard from Beyonce. Never, unless it was music. But now Beyonce's coming out more. She going to the parties and stuff. And then y'all acting up. Like every time Beyonce like goes somewhere, does something, you do too much. Like literally she got bit. Who bites people? Y'all are stupid. Anyway, there was a shooting at the YouTube office in San Bruno a few days ago, and the shooter's name I believe is Nassim, I think. The YouTuber, her name is Nassim. She does a lot of like vegan, like advocating for like vegan things, and she's against animal cruelty, and so she has like some graphic videos to advocate for her case. She's been, getting her videos demonetized because of the content that she's putting up, and she's basically saying that, she put out a video saying that YouTube was being discriminatory against certain creators based off of what they were putting out. And then later on, she then goes to the YouTube office, opens fire, and she kills herself. So, let's just run through this real quick. I want to get into something real quick, but the main issue here is gun control. But like, people be awful and white and rich, and they don't really give a fuck because a gun can't buy a gun. We're not trying to control the guns. We're trying to control the access to the guns. Yeah, we just let anybody buy a gun. I'm not saying that she was right by doing it, by shooting up the place because her videos were getting demonetized. And let me also speak to that for a second. I want y'all to realize that YouTube is no longer this like other category within media. YouTube is a part of the mainstream media. And the difference between YouTube as a job and going to like McDonald's and getting hired as a job, when you get hired at McDonald's, you have a job description of what you are expected to do, and then they're going to tell you how much money that you're going to make if you do those things you're supposed to be doing, and you will get that check every 1 to 2 weeks. YouTube isn't built the same way. So you can't expect to get the same money consistently when the system was never built for you to do that in the first place. I understand that YouTube systems fucking suck and they weak as shit, and they demonetize videos that don't need to be demonetized, and they don't necessarily handle situations the best way that they could. I'm not saying that the platform doesn't have flaws, but what I am saying is YouTube never guaranteed us anything. YouTube is a business. If you wherever you're working right now, the higher ups could change the way that they want to handle HR complaints. They can change their policies at any moment, and then you are just going to have to either take them or not take them. And YouTube is no different than that. So blaming a platform because your videos are getting demonetized and all this other shit, and then also the advertisers can also pull their advertising. YouTube is only the host for all of these ads. That is it. So if Target is running ads and Target decides to pull their ads, that's not YouTube's fault. YouTube's going to try and put those ads back on there so they can get their money. But at the end of the day, it's not YouTube's fault if Target takes their advertising dollars away from the platform. So I just feel like people just like being like, fuck YouTube all the time is fucking dumb, because there's so much shit that you're not even thinking about. And then it's a business. So you can't be mad when a business acts like a fucking business. Anyway, painting this girl as a terrorist, painting this girl as a scorned lover, all of this shit is so sensationalized, and it's so far from the fucking point, which is gun control. So, and it makes me mad because I know that the only reason why these stories are happening is because she's a woman. Because she's a woman, she has to shoot up the reason why she shoots up a place is because of like her nigga like rubbing his dick up against some other woman's cavities. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't always have to be that way. And then what pisses me off is that like, well, men will do the same fucking thing. Men will kill somebody over the most petty, dumb shit. We see these stories literally every single week. A dude will shoot a girl in the face because she doesn't want to give him a blowjob. Like, but your dick tastes like pepper jack cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like, just old rich white people, like, y'all suck. Niggas suck. People that have guns that shouldn't have guns fucking suck. The government sucks. And I'm so over these thoughts and prayers. God is no longer accepting your thoughts and prayers. You have all hit your quota. Now it's time for you to just do the fucking right thing and act right. That's what God wants you to do. God wants you to get your shit together. That's the end of this Say With Sunday. I hope that you all enjoyed it. What else? Ohio State Shout outs to you. I performed at Ohio State and it was super lit. Thank you for inviting me. James Madison University, you are up next at the end of the month. And I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye, girl.